Now for your sports news, we're joined by NTD's Dave Martin. Dave, we have NFL, some soccer news, but let's start in tennis actually, as the men's semifinals of the Australian Open are on tonight. What do the matchups look like?
Tiff, they look very entertaining, at least to me. You know, the top four ranked players in the men's side all made it into the semifinals, which is really the final four. Now, naturally, they've made it so that the top two players can't meet until the finals, but both of those players have very difficult semifinal matches ahead, either tonight or tomorrow morning. Now, first, for number one ranked Carlos Alcaraz, he'll be taking on third ranked Alexander Zverev. Zverev has historically played him very tough. These two have met 12 times. They have split their 12 matches, 6 wins apiece. Meanwhile, neither player has ever won this event. Now, that match starts at 10:30 Eastern time tonight. Then in the second semifinal, second-ranked Jannik Sinner faces number 4-ranked Novak Djokovic. Now, Sinner is one of the rare players who's pretty much owned Djokovic of recent. He beat him 5 straight times. 3 of those were at the semifinals of a Grand Slam event, which is where they are right now. That match is scheduled for early tomorrow morning at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, last night on the women's side, Aryna Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina both won their semifinal matches, so those two will meet in the finals on Saturday. Now, Sabalenka has made it to the finals to be a 4th straight finals appearance at the Australian Open. She's won 2 of the 3 previous. The first was against Rybakina in the finals in 2023. So we have a rematch here on the women's side.
You think there's like psychological pressure, like the Sinner-Djokovic matchup or rematchup?
You know, I think so. I mean, for Sinner and for Djokovic, I would think it's getting a little tough for Djokovic at this point. I mean, he's facing guys 15 years younger than him, basically. I mean, Alcaraz is 16 years younger. I think Sinner is 14 years younger. Like I was telling you, he's the only player ranked in the top 25 who's over the age of 29, Djokovic, and he's 38. I mean, he is playing at a young man's game. And I mean, he's won it for a very long time, but the last 2 years, he has not won a Grand Slam, which is very unusual for Djokovic. Meanwhile, you could say that, yeah, Sinner and Alcaraz have kind of at least passed him the last 2 years. But I find it very interesting to see if Djokovic can, you know, reclaim that glory at least one more time. It's not like he's doing bad. He just hasn't been up to his normal standard of winning titles. So I will be setting my alarm for 3:30 a.m., that's for sure.
All right, we'll see if he keeps the crown or passes it on. Moving to soccer news, though, U.S. soccer great Crystal Dunn announced her retirement today.
Yeah, Dunn announced this on social media today. The 33-year-old said, quote, "I'm ready to embrace the life that awaits me on the other side. I look forward to spending more time with my family and being a more present mom," end quote. Now, off the field, Dunn, who is 33, is married. She has a 3-year-old son named Marcel. On the field, she was a very accomplished player for the U.S. women's national team. She helped them win the 2019 World Cup. And then in 2024, she was part of the Olympic gold winning team. Before that, in college, she was a 4-time All-American at North Carolina University, was the first player since Mia Hamm to win the ACC Player of the Year 3 times, and she led the Tar Heels to a national title as a junior, so we wish her a very happy retirement.
All right, well, shifting gears to the NFL, the New England Patriots listed star quarterback Drake May as a limited participant on yesterday's practice report. What's going on there? Yeah,
May apparently injured his right shoulder, which is his throwing shoulder, in Sunday's win over Denver. Now, it happened when he was tackled on a 13-yard run in the third quarter. He stayed in the game, though, led the team to a big win. He had a very crucial run there down the stretch with less than 2 minutes left. May said today, though, he threw at practice and that his shoulder feels just fine. Now, obviously, any injury to a star player leading up to the Super Bowl is going to make headlines, and May is definitely a star. He's one of the 5 finalists for the NFL's MVP award. Most believe it's going to be between either him or Rams quarterback Matt Stafford. In any case, Patriots, meanwhile, are generally listed as an underdog in the Super Bowl. I've seen anywhere from 3 to 5 point underdogs to the Seattle Seahawks for the big game.
There's a lot of hate on that team.
You know, I don't think people want to see the Patriots win yet again, you know.
They're suffering from success.
It makes you feel bad about your own team, you know. It's bad enough for me being a Jets fan. You know, they have won. They haven't been to the Super Bowl. since 1970 or something like that. Now, but being a Chiefs fan too, I have had it good recently with the Chiefs. But no one has had it as good as the Patriots. So I think you could say it's safe to say most people are rooting for the Seahawks. Unless they win like 6 in a row, then nobody's going to be rooting for them again, you know.
We shall see.
We shall see.
But speaking of the big game, one of the highlights for those of us watching it on TV are the unique and often funny commercials. Do we have a sneak peek of any of them?
We do. All right. I want to show you one. This is going to be by Instacart, and it looks like it's supposed to be, a couple of 80s European disco stars. It's even formatted on TV that way. I'm sure you'll recognize at least one of the actors here. Let's go ahead and play that right now.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas.
Get them just how you like.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas.
From green to extra ripe.
Use the app to control your bananas.
What a time to be alive.
I can go believe what a time to be alive.
Sweet, get it.
I'm good. No, we got gig.
So that looks like a pretty funny commercial there. Obviously, that was actor Ben Stiller, recording artist Benson Boone, directed by Spike Jonze. That's the, by the way, if you missed it, that was for Instacart. They were dressed as a banana and something else there, I guess. So that's how you're supposed to recognize who it's actually for. A lot of these commercials, they're really entertaining, but at the end, you're like, all right, what was that actually a commercial for? So you have to remember there was a quick shot of a couple people. One was dressed as a banana, so that's Instacart anyway. I thought it was funny.
I feel like often the classics are what, Budweiser with the Clydesdale horses.
Yes.
Very American nostalgia.
Yeah, that always makes you feel good about it, It's like maybe you want to go out and have some Budweiser or something like that.
Well, lots to watch for there for sure. Dave, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tiff.